Hello everybody and welcome to my life lately. So today I'm going to be going through and doing my flip through for July and August. I did show you guys a little bit of July, but not much. So I used the vellum from the Sterling Ink subscription plus the B6. So I've taped the B6 one right on top of the other one. But yeah, so on the very first day of the month, I kind of do just a little update. Sorry, my daughter is going crazy in the back. I do a little update, and then I also check in with my YouTube channels. I just kind of write how many subscribers I've had over the past few, over the past 28 days. And then I also go into how many views and how many hours of watch time. That's just a personal thing that I wanted to keep up on, and yeah, there's no really rhyme or reason for it. Then we get into July 2, and I was excited because I finally was getting my car back. I hadn't had my car for about 2 weeks, and it was driving me crazy. But yeah, so I finally was able to get my car back, and then we were headed off to my mother-in-law's. So I was going to make a packing list. I was going to make this page super cute, and of course I failed miserably. And then when I'm with my family, I tend to not really be in my planner all that much. So I have quite a few days of just nothing. Yeah, I don't know. And then I went into, Kalani was not staying in her own bed. Oh, sorry. I tried the new TikTok coffee, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have tried the TikTok coffee trend that started because of Kylie Pitts, I think. We were testing it out today, and that's like a lot of flavor of, I don't even know if it's coffee or more like a chocolate flavoring that I'm tasting. It's very strange. I don't mind it. It's not terrible, but I'm not used to that over my espresso. But okay, so yeah, I was going through and I couldn't figure out why Kalani was crawling into my bed at night and waking up multiple times throughout the night. I don't know. Yeah, taking care of myself is on the back burner. Yeah, my armpits got pretty stinky. I took a shower while Kinzi was napping. Oh, it's been a mess. But then we got a few days where I was feeling a little bit crafty and creative, and I made like this cute little stamp out of one of the stickers from a Hobonichi kit, I believe. That was really cute. So I was going through and, doing all of that. But it looks like, okay, so it looks like on this day I was able to film a flip through. So this is must have been what I was able to show you guys. I'm not sure, but I was able to film a flip through going over the past 6 months. And then after Kinzi woke up from her nap, I had just a little bit of time to be creative in my daily journal. It's time to get some things checked off my to-do list and get dinner going finally too. I finished all the blankets and rugs. I was even able to mop the floor. So I think this was part of me just trying to pull myself out of that funk and, I don't know, take care of myself, I guess. And part of my self-care is cleaning the house. So if you guys feel that, let me know. Because if the house is messy, my life feels like a mess. I couldn't fall asleep on this day. It looks like I tried to shut off my brain and I just couldn't. And then sometime after 2 a.m., I must have woke up, but I think I had something to do. Yep, okay, I went to my doctor's appointment. And then I picked up some stuff for my bunnies because I was in town and I figured that was all, you know, all together, might as well. And I treated myself to a Tim Hortons coffee and lunch on our way home. I filmed my plan with me with a very busy background, but now I'm set for Sunday. I just need to do some editing. Looks like I must have been by myself that day because my dinner was very simple. But July 12th, I turned 26. So this was my birthday. I didn't do anything special for my birthday. We just kind of, yeah, I don't know. My husband ended up having to do some military stuff. So when he got home, he didn't even shut his car off. He just came inside, grabbed his stuff, and, you know, said goodbye to all of us and then headed out. So that was my birthday. Time for work. So this was a Saturday. I put a little sticky note here because Kalani actually ran into a girl she went to pre-K with, and so I took a picture of the two of them to put in my planner, but I just wanted to be nice and not put somebody else's child online, especially because I don't really know her mom like really well, so I just was like, okay, we'll put a sticky note here. But Kinzi also turned 11 months old here. I grabbed a free birthday coffee from a local coffee shop because my birthday was this day, and then that point just got added to my things, so I was able to get it on this day. We went to the beach. Kinzi took a nap at the beach. Sorry, Kinzi is eating kind of close by, so. But yeah, Kinzi took a nap at the beach. Kalani went swimming. And then they did the trunk or treat, where you just went up to the golf carts and everybody was all lined up and you just went to each golf cart and said trick or treat. It was really cute. So that was July 13th. This was the weekend of like Halloween out at the little cottage. And so of course we had like little dress up. She was a witch. Then on Sunday I was trying to get my fountain pen to work and I just couldn't, so like that's why it's all messy back over here. But I woke up this morning feeling so good. I made my bed and unpacked our overnight bags, and since I was super motivated, I did a quick walkthrough with the vacuum and mopped. I also washed Gage's truck bedding. Oh yeah, so like I was just getting some stuff done, doing some cleaning. And then it looks like I wanted to take a nap too, but I didn't. I instead took that time to get some reading done. I ran to the store with the girls to get some stuff for dinner and then quickly headed home and get started on dinner. Gage will be home just as I'm finishing up the food. Oh, okay, so he was finally home that day. July 15th, I finished book number 1 of the year. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. And I started book number 2, Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. And then, so yeah, I started to write that in the side so I could highlight, you know, what I was reading. So I even was able to mark that in with a sticker, and then while Kinzi napped, I was able to film my repotting of my blueberry bushes and my raspberry plants, and I'm super excited to be able to get some videos going again for my channels. Okay. Now here is the super duper duper surprise. So, I'm sure you guys might be able to put 2 and 2 together why I have been so, like, not with my planning game lately and just not feeling super creative. And what do you know? I found out that I am 14 weeks pregnant. There's a whole story to that, but I definitely didn't know I was pregnant. And yeah, well, needless to say, I am, and they can't tell me my exact day because I didn't ever get my period after I had Kinzi. Sorry, that was a hiccup. I didn't have my period after I had Kinzi, so they were guesstimating how far along I was. So way back in, what was it? Right in here, when I just didn't feel like, you know, doing most of my journaling and stuff, I didn't know I was pregnant. So, yay. Yeah, that was unexpected. We're still trying to, it's been a mess, you guys. That's kind of why I felt like I shouldn't film. There's like so many doctor's appointments, trying to figure everything out. And you guys, now I'm finally able to share with you guys the news that we are expecting another baby in January of 2025. So, yep, I had a doctor's appointment this day with my ultrasounds, so I was able to get those. I stayed up way too late last night, probably reading. Not sure. I was probably relaxing in the bath, and I got some reading done. And then this day, Kalani and I finished. Oh, did we end up finishing the puzzle? No, we pulled it back out and then started on it again. Back when we had lost power, we had started on the puzzle, but yeah, so we did hobbies all day. I'm so happy that for once I need to worry. Oh, maybe it's I don't need to worry about cleaning or anything. But yeah, and I wanted to pull out my book and read a bit before going to bed, but I was tired and just needed to catch up on some sleep. Yeah. Easy morning this day. I worked on more of the puzzle. We ended up finishing the puzzle on Friday, but we just basically relaxed all day and did a whole lot of nothing, just chilling, not anything in particular. Then we went garage sale shopping on this day, and I didn't go too crazy because tomorrow is going to be the main garage sale. I also didn't stay the night out at the cottage because there was way too many people out there, and because Gage finally came home, I wanted to be with the hubby tonight. Yeah, so we did garage sale shopping. I got a bunch of clothes for my oldest daughter because she goes through pants so fast. And then myself, I got some pants and some shirts for myself. And then my husband, I got him a bunch of loungewear. And then this was the main day for the sale. I went absolutely crazy. I ended up getting a free table and couple chair set. And you guys, I am obsessed with it. It is the most beautiful table I've ever seen. And I can't even believe that it was free. Like somebody was getting rid of it. I just can't even believe it. Gauge mode on this day. I had made this because we were gonna go out to the cottage, and then we ended up not going. So I decorated this for no reason, pretty much. On July 21, happy Monday. So we went out and picked blackberries right away in the morning because we were getting eaten by mosquitoes at night whenever we would go. We headed back out to the cottage this day, and we spent the day with the cousins. They went to the water park, and then Kalani and Kinzi and I, after the cousins were gone, we went to the beach again and played in the sand, and then we had lunch with my mom out there. And then we headed back home before dark. Kalani counted all the deer we saw on the way home. I'm pretty sure there were at least 6. 3 were just tiny yet, and off to bed as soon as we settle in at home. Self-care morning. High maintenance. Self-care equals low maintenance girly. No, I actually did like my lashes. I tinted my lashes and then tinted my brows as well. So that was my high maintenance self-care. And then we spent some time outside. We got the hose hooked up so we could easily water the trees. And then we went inside since Kinzi was already ready for a nap. And I must have got a Marshmallow Studio order that day because, yeah, it looks like it. And then Helen sneaked her inks for her birthday release that day. I was super excited about that. Spring cleaning on this day. Of course, we just went through and did that all. And then once I was done, I had some me time. On this day, I was being lazy. I finished the book middle of the night, in the morning. So I just laid on the couch for a bit while the girls played in the living room. And then when I got the chance, I ran to the basement to grab some books that I bought a while back that I haven't had a chance to read. So I was able to, instead of buying a book, I was able to read something that I already owned that I just never touched. And then I did a lot of watering, and most of my watering takes about the whole day. So then on a Friday, we returned cans. While Kinzi took a nap with her dad, it was the only way she was going to do any at all. I got Hawaiian barbecue chicken going in the slow cooker. Hopefully it turns out, since I kind of just threw some things together, and I haven't ever used the slow cooker option on my Ninja Foodie. So I've been a big pressure cooker foodie fan, but I decided to try the slow cooker option, and that was really good. We did that with some white rice. And then I was able to read some more while we waited for dinner, which ended up being very yummy. After dinner, he helped me move our new table into the house, cleaned it up, and got the girls to bed. To finish off the day, I made hubby and I some tea and sat on the couch and watched a movie. On July 27, I worked that day, and then I ran to Target to pick up a book that I was eyeballing for the longest time, and I was worried that it would sell out, called The Spell Shop. And then I was planning on reading that as soon as August hit. And then when I got home, I had a order from the Coffee Monsters Co. waiting for me. And then since I woke up so early, Kinzi was about to take a nap. I decided to take a nap as well. Unfortunately, that meant I didn't get much done today because I actually slept for about 3 to 4 hours. I would have kept sleeping if Gage didn't wake me up just before starting dinner. I would have kept right on sleeping. And then the rest of the day, we just relaxed. I have a lot of rest days, and you guys, I think it has a lot to do with my pregnancy, for just being so tired. I'm really not feeling like doing a whole lot for myself besides cleaning the house and keeping the girls fed is just about what my days extend to these days. This morning I just relaxed for a bit, starting to pack up our things to spend the night at my mom's house. Probably because I had something going on, I don't remember. So we also went over to the neighbor's house to play with the girls. Once we cleaned up from dinner, I packed our stuff into the car and kissed Gage goodbye. I packed and the girls and headed to the cottage. I've really been wanting some ice cream. So when we arrived, the girls and I hopped on the golf cart and headed to the ice cream store. Yeah. And then I got the girls to bed and I was able to finish the last couple chapters of The Return by Nicholas Sparks. And then I worked a lot of Monday. Yeah. So I ended up picking up a shift because I found somebody to watch the girls. I was able to pick up an extra shift that day. And then after work, I had dinner with my mom. But before I went home, because I was already in town, I ended up doing my blood work that day as well. Kalani and I went to the library on Tuesday, July 30th. I got her her first library card, or we got her, her first library card. I haven't been to the library myself in a very long time, so I ended up having to get a library card for myself as well, mainly because my old library card, I couldn't tell you where it went, and it probably is at my mom, or it's with my mom somewhere. But yeah, we got her a library card. She got to check out her first book, and yeah, when we got home, I laid Kinzi down after a nap and got some reading done, and after a couple of chapters, I got out my haul video and started to edit. I didn't get much done before Kinzi woke up and needed some food, which is when I pulled out my journal finally and really need to do some catching up in all of them. 3 days of blank pages I need to fill back up. So I must have had to go back and fill these in. That's probably why they look a little more bare and there's no to-dos. That would make sense. On Wednesday, this must have been the day that I don't know. I'm gonna say I got that Marshmallow Studio order a while ago, but that came from the Marshmallow Studio. I got started on editing early this morning because I woke up before the girls so that I got finished and uploading before noon today. Whew. It's not very often that without an alarm, I wake up before the girls. So that must have been really cool. I was planning on filming my monthly video, but Gage was heading home early, so I didn't know how good of an idea that would be. Instead, I put Kinzi down for a nap and I read some of the Spell Shop book. And I read about 2 chapters and then took a nap. I'm just fighting with my mind and my body and my brain for naps pretty much all the time. So in just a second, I'm gonna go ahead and get into August. Alrighty, so now we are in August. Well, for my flip through portion. In August, I started out by cleaning the house, making all of my life just feel a whole lot better. I think I even started to declutter some of my spring and summer decor so that I can have a blank slate again to start decorating for fall. But I'm not going to decorate for fall just yet. So if you guys are wondering, I still have not decorated for fall just yet. But now that it's September, I just might. So I go ahead and do my YouTube channels again. This time, instead of writing a to-do list, I wrote a book list. So of all the things that I was able to read within the month of August, I threw it on here, which I think I'm missing one more book. Sorry if you see Kinzi's toy. Yeah, I think I'm missing one more book, but I was able to read The Spell Shop, In Any Lifetime, Legends and Lattes, The Inmate, Beautiful Villain, Fourth Wing, It Starts With Us, and then Throne of the Fallen. So, yeah, I thought that would be kind of cute because I didn't write it in on my monthly, but this next month I actually have done both. I did both. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so I was able to kind of write about starting my month off on a good note, making a book list of all the books I wanted to read and which ones I was able to get through, which all of the ones I wanted to read, I was able to read. And I was able to, you know, add more books to that. Sorry, I have a fuzzy on my ring. I was able to add to that list. And then Friday, August 2, my Sterling Ink subscription was waiting for me at the door. Not bent for once, which was a nice surprise. Normally when they try to shove it into the mailbox, it bends. So I filled up on some coffee. I was catching up on Wild Fern's video. So if you guys are a plant person, Wild Fern is like my plant bestie in this world, at least in my opinion. You know how there's creators who are just so much bigger than yourself that you're just like, yeah, there's no way that she thinks of me as her little bestie, but you know. I like to dream sometimes. That'd be cool. But yeah, so we've been dealing with flies really bad in the month of August. So I put that in here. I don't know why, but it seems like every day we've got like 5 new ones that I'm taking a hat to and trying to get them. I don't know, you guys. It's driving me nuts. But we also live in like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's kind of where we live, plus just, I don't know. My daughter, when she goes to let our dog out, she leaves the door open, and it doesn't matter how many times we tell her to shut the door behind her, she doesn't. So I think that's another reason why we end up with so many flies in the house. But we headed out while it was still daylight out. We had dinner with my mom as soon as we got up there, and after we relaxed a bit. Oh yeah, because I have to work on Saturdays. So I brought the girls to my mom's to watch. Yeah, but on this day, Helen had her birthday sale. I went ahead and wrote down everything that I wanted to pick up so I wouldn't forget anything, and so I would try to keep myself from going over my budget. Yeah, so I also worked that day. I put in there I don't want to work, but then I remember that I already worked on Monday, so it would be a really good paycheck if I had Monday and Saturday work hours. So then we did progression games, which is like a cottage hop where you go to each person's cottage and you have drinks, you have games, and then you have like some of them had prizes, some of them didn't, and then there was food. So each trailer that we went to had, you know, those, and it just happens to be on our street because we just are really close with all the neighbors there. So it's not like something normal people probably do. We're just weird and we like our neighbors a lot. So I was in charge of making the drinks, but it was really hard for me to like go around to each one of the little cottages and not drink one of the adult drinks. Like I had a couple people kind of looking at me like, why won't you try one of the adult drinks? And I kept saying, no, I got my own right here. I didn't want to mix my drinks. I can't do mixing of alcohols. Like if I'm going to drink vodka, I'm going to stick with this. Or if I'm going to drink this, I got to stick with that. So I had to like really try to keep myself together and not give myself away. But after that, we finished off at my mom's, and my mom's was like the last one. So that's when I brought out a cake that said, you know, baby number 3 due in January. So yeah, now everybody knew that I was pregnant on August 3. The spell shop, I kind of went into a little bit of the spell shop, I think. I don't think I give away any spoilers, so if you guys are looking into reading the spell shop, I don't think I would ruin it for you right here. But it was beautiful. I thought it was such a cozy read. It has no like too intimate type of scenes. So this is something I would recommend my daughter when she turns like 10 years old. I'd be like, here, try reading this one. Because it gets you into the fantasy just slightly. So yeah, my mom took the girls to the pool for a little bit while Brittany, Kinsey, and I cleaned up the cottage, packed up our bags to head home. I didn't want to stay as long as we did today, but it took a while for us to get going in the morning, and I started reading In Any Lifetime by Mark. I cannot say his last name. This book is not my favorite, but I'm hoping it will get better the further I get in. It was finally time to head home, and I wanted to have dinner ready when Gage got home from drill. Yeah. I don't know. Coffee Monday. Let's see. Oh yeah, I had a doctor's appointment this day, and I couldn't take the girls, so they were being watched. And then I stopped at work as well to pick up my coworker's ramps so I could do my own oil change. Back to school shopping, I stopped at Target and was able to pick up a bunch of stuff for Kalani for school. When I got home with the girls, we ran out to the peach tree and checked if the storm had done any damage to the peaches. And we would check to see if they were ready to be picked. But we didn't get to eat a yummy peach. Oh, we did get to eat a yummy peach that we picked yesterday. I did finish the book In Any Lifetime. Once the girls were in bed and asleep, oh yeah, I basically said the ending made up for all of the struggle of the whole book, but this was definitely not something that I was super interested in, as far as like my brain cannot comprehend the multiple universe type things, and that was just, yeah, because then you're like, where am I actually in this story? Like, am I in this one, or you know, it was hard for me to keep up. My brain doesn't like that. I can keep up with fantasy just fine, but this was weird. I don't know. I think it would be good for my husband to read, because it just talks about finding the love of his life in a different universe where she didn't pass away. So I feel like it's like one of those crazy love stories that I would rather watch the movie of than read the book about. I don't know, just because then you can visualize it. I had a blessing at the grocery store, actually multiple. It felt like the world was giving me signs of like, it's gonna be okay. I don't know why. A lady came up to me and she handed me some money and was like, I see you with your kids, and I just want you to know that, you know, I do this for, I don't know, because I think her husband had passed away or something. She went into a whole story about it, and then so she handed me money and was like, I want to help you and your kids today, so please take this. And yeah, so she gave me some money, and then as I was checking out, I had another lady come up to me with a box of like popsicles that she had just bought, and she pulled them out of her bag and then opened them up in front of me and asked me if she could give the girls a popsicle. And she goes, I promise they're sugar-free, and she kind of showed me on the box that they were like really healthy, just in case I was worried about them being unhealthy. But I had just watched her check out, so it's not like she did anything to these popsicles. But in my head, I'm thinking, am I about to get like kidnapped on my way to my car? Like, these are two completely different good things happening, and like now I'm worried on my way to my car that somebody's gonna like kidnap me and my kids because I'm like not expecting it. Does that make sense? I don't know. So then I was like really worried all the way out to my car. But yeah, so I definitely went in to that day. Lazy day. I did a Walmart trip by myself without my kids. My husband was with the girls. He was getting the girls to bed, and I took off to Walmart for the one time that I ever really get to go shopping without the girls. And I ended up buying a book, which was one of the books that was on my list this month that I read. Beautiful Villain, I believe. No, Throne of the Fallen. That's the one I bought. And you know what? This was such a nice trip, but it felt weird because I didn't have my kids. I did a packing list for this day. I finished the book number 5, The Inmate by Frida McFadden. My mom's Amazon package arrived this day. We went out to the peach tree and picked the last 2 peaches for a fruit salad. And homegrown peaches are far better than store-bought ones. Yes. And then we headed out to, I think, the cottage, and I was watching Anna that day. And this was on a Friday. So I just didn't have time to write. I used one of the stickers. And then Saturday, that's how much I wrote. Sunday, I wrote right here. Yeah, I just kind of, I knew I wouldn't write the whole entire day, and I didn't want to look at like the empty space. So I did that. I took your guys' word and was like, you know what, we're gonna make this work. And yeah, it was really cute. Library run, had to run to the library. I also got my Kindle this day, so I was super excited. I wanted to finish up the book so I could read something on my Kindle, which I did. I finished Beautiful Villain, which is a vampire love story that mimics the story. Oh gosh, why am I blanking? There you go. Yeah. It mimics the story of The Great Gatsby. So if you've ever read The Great Gatsby and you like vampires, villains, that kind of stuff, love stories, this was definitely a good read. Oh, this day I was feeling really motivated to film my terrarium makeover video. So if you guys are plenty people, please check out my link below in the description box. I have my other channel linked over there. Or if you just want to see my face to my videos and see actually like who you're looking at or who you're talking to whenever I'm filming with just my hands, you can go ahead and check out my plant channel. You may not be a plant lover but want to just see my face. You can totally check out that channel. And if you do check out that channel from this channel, put a little purple heart in the comments just so I know that you came from over here. That would just make my day. Yes, so I filmed that terrarium makeover. So fun. It turned out so cute, and I can't stop looking at it. It's so cute now. And I wrote in here a little blurb about Kinzi. My little sunshine is 1 now. Time has really flown right on by. I got so lucky to have another easygoing girl. She's crawling and she's been pulling herself up onto things, sorta. She has 2 bottom teeth and 2 top teeth on their way in. She takes long naps and sleeps through the night. Loves all food. This is my little girl. These are my little kittens. So I did like a little cloud and rainbow thing. Yeah. She is still not walking, but we're working on it. She's like walking on the table. Like when she's up on this coffee table, she'll walk around it. So pretty soon you'll start seeing hands, I'm sure, in my video that are really small. And that would be Kinzi. And then Wednesday I was able to do a bunch of filming. My terrarium haul went up this day, my terrarium rebuild went up on this day, so I was able to film a bunch of planner stuff. So I used this Marshmallow Studio sticker, which is so cute, the little desk and all of the planner supplies, to mark that in. And then Gage was home tonight, which was really exciting. I also kind of went into what planner I wanted to get for next year to see kind of like what I need to price point and how much money I need to have for this release for Sterling ink, because I will be buying a Sterling ink planner for next year. Morning coffee. So went in here. I love that I cut this out. I finished Fourth Wing. Now this is by far my favorite book of the year so far. 5 stars for sure. I also finished Iron Flame today. So I cannot wait until Onyx Storm comes out. If you guys have read these books, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, so Kalani had cut her hair this day. I was losing my mind. I also wrote in here, I hate Noodler's ink. This one at least. This was like Beaver because it smudges. And now I realize why I didn't like the Noodler's black that I was using, because it smudges. And then I had to go to, I think, the teacher parent little meetup thing for their school. And it went well, and I got some information that was really important that I needed, and it made me really happy. So yeah, that was a good day. I was feeling pretty crafty, but also not. Like, I was getting crafty, but I was not showing it in my planner very much. But yeah, I said I didn't care to list out my to-dos. I did start the book. It starts with us. Gonna be a quick read. I didn't really love that book, to be honest. I definitely enjoyed the first one more, and I felt like the last one was kind of like I already knew it was coming. So I don't know. It was like the ending of the happy ever after sort of thing. 5 a.m. wake up. I had to work on Saturday, of course. Like always, I don't like to do it, but I keep reminding myself that extra, whatever money I make on that Saturday is my little bit of spending money that I get. So I do enjoy that portion of it. And then I showered when I got home. I was hoping for a nice hot shower, but I did not feel very hot. And then we just cozied up, and I was reading on my Kindle for a while. Kinzi took her nap. I finally finished the book. So I must have started it this day and ended it this day, which wouldn't surprise me. But then, yeah, I just kind of knew how it was going to go. And then I ended up painting my nails this day. So this was what my set ended up looking like. So these have been on since August 17. I did redo this nail because it was chipping so bad, so I completely redid that one. But this one's chipping now, and I do need to redo my nails soon. So you guys will be seeing new nails soon. On this weekend, right? No, Sunday and Monday, I decided to split the days and make them 2. Because I only had a little bit of to-dos, and I knew I wasn't going to be writing a ton on those 2 days. Sorry. Oh my goodness. So I think this is cute. I really enjoy like being able to look at this, and I don't know. It's different. I think I like it because now I'm able to really utilize a lot of these extra pages. And yes, there's a page for every single day, but now I have extra pages that if I wanted to like draw out a diagram or something, I had the space to do it. My baby is off to kindergarten. This was her first day of school. We ended up having like her first day or something and meet the teacher here, but this was her first day, and it was really weird to have the house so quiet. The school bus picked her up, and I was holding back my tears. Oh, I can't. My heart. Yeah, I can't help it. It's so cute. I need all the caffeine. So she had to go to school again. I think I had Anna. I was watching Anna this day. I also did my oil change finally. After borrowing the ramps for a while, I finally did my oil change. I had my husband help me pour all the old oil from our bin into the containers. I needed his help because I knew I was going to end up spilling oil everywhere outside. So once he was able to help me, he was home all day on this day. So I was able to do my oil change, and he just kind of sat there and watched me. He's like, I should really make you do mine too. I'm like, no, I really don't want to do yours too. But yeah, so I got my oil change done on my car that day. It's great. And then I did some dinner. Brittany dropped off Anna this day. So Anna went home this day, and then Brittany came back and dropped off my niece this day so I could watch her for all day. And then we ended up driving to the little cottage as our halfway point, because I live very far away from my family, so yeah. And then I also finished Throne of the Fallen on this day, which was a really good read. I do really like that. I did also give this one 5 stars. And then Friday, I cleaned up the entire house because it was driving me absolutely insane, because both my daughter and my sister's daughter and Kinsey all eating at the house made my floors look atrocious, and so I needed to get rid of all the junk on the floors. Let's see, while I was putting Kinsey down for her nap, I snuggled up and did some reading. Gage came home and we talked for a little before I went ahead and started filming my plan with me. So I filmed this week's plan with me. I don't know if you remember me using these washies, but I ended up using them in my daily spread this day. And then I did get around to cleaning some of my fountain pens so they would be ready for the new inks that were supposed to be arriving soon. And then on this weekend, so I did Saturday and Sunday, I worked, and I also did, just like I did last time, where I split the page in half and did a very small journaling session, because honestly on the weekends I like to spend most of my time with my family, so doing a bunch of journaling is not always in the cards for me. So I did finish Legends and Lattes. As you can see, I've been doing really good with the amount of books I've been reading for this month. And you know what? I think having my Kindle really helps too with me finishing off a bunch of books. But yeah, so I didn't do a whole lot on the weekends. We don't do a whole lot as a family. We just kind of relax. Happy Monday. I have 2 orders from the Coffee Monsters Co. out for delivery. So I had my subscription, and I had some of the other washies, which you guys have seen if you've checked out my last haul video, and the inks came on Wednesday. But I tested out my, I don't know what you call that, the stamp thing, and I did not stay straight. But yeah, so I didn't feel like journaling a whole lot. So I did a very small little blurb here and there. And then on Tuesday, I had another ultrasound appointment. So after Kalani went to school, I dropped off Kinsey with a friend because I can't have Kinzi in the ultrasound room with me. So this was my 20-week ultrasound. We got the envelope saying whether or not it's a boy or a girl, but I ended up giving that envelope to my husband's boss because we're going to be doing a semi-truck smokestack gender reveal for this one, which was not part of the plan. We were just gonna go, figure out whether it's a boy or girl, but then he had suggested it. Why not do a baby shower with the smokestacks? And so we got that all figured out. I'm book 11, The Girl Who Was Taken. That was a pretty good book. I gave it 4 stars. And then I had some relaxing time. I got my TCMC order today, but I'm going to be opening it tomorrow, so I have more time actually. So I did end up getting my other one with the inks on Tuesday, but I opened it on Wednesday. Sorry, so I did use the fruit washi. This was the new one because baby is the size of a large banana. So I ended up using that and using the stamper and putting the little banana emoji up there because this is just so cute. I couldn't help myself. And then I got a little bit creative with some of the new washis that I got. So this was on that third box or third package that I unboxed. It had this washi and these 2 washis. And then my new inks. So these 2 days I was busy playing with the inks. So as you can see, all this is the brown ink and then all of this is the day to night ink. And then I finished filming, so I was editing, and I think that one went up. Oh no, did I actually? I might have actually gotten it up on Wednesday. Now I can't remember. But on Thursday, I did a lot of plant watering, and I got the bunny cages cleaned out. So yeah, and I really like how this brown looks with the brown washies, or the brown in the washies that I have. And this just looked so pretty. This is one of the Marshmallow Studio washies. Like, it matches so nicely. Like, this little purplish color here matched with that, and the brown of the coffee matched with that one. Oh, it was great. And then I was able to finish watering on this day that I, like, all the water that I didn't get done on Thursday, I was able to do Friday. And then I did a bunch of laundry. It was kind of one of those days where it was overcast and sort of rainy, so it was one of those days I didn't even want to make dinner. I was like, we could order a pizza right now and I'd be okay with it, but we didn't. Spent a lot of time reading after I got the house in order. We spent time trying to get Kinzi to start moving around a little bit more, so I was on the ground with her playing, doing all of that. And then yeah, I got the house ready, and that's what mattered. And then the last day of the month was the day before that. We celebrated Kinzi and Kyrie's first birthday because they both were born this month. Kyrie is my little nephew. His birthday was either the 30th or the 31st, but I cannot remember. So he turned 1. He is walking. He is on the move. But Kinzi is she's like her dad, just doesn't really care to be, that busy. She likes to crawl and get into things, but she's not walking yet. So both of the littles, they got to eat a little slice of cake, and we did watch fireworks because they had Labor Day fireworks on this day. I also was sent to the grocery store with a limit, and I went over that budget because they had a sale on meat, and I don't know, I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it now. so we don't have to buy a bunch of meat next time I go to the store, and the next time I go to the store it'll be a lot cheaper. So yeah, I went over budget, but it didn't help that I had to pay for the cake, which was $30, and the ice cream, which ended up making it to about $40, and Kinzi needed her diapers all on this trip as well. So my budget was like $200, and almost $100 was just in cake and diapers. So I don't know about you, but like that doesn't, you can't get a whole lot with $100 these days. So alrighty, you guys, so this is going to be it for the flip through. I am doing a heck of a lot better than I was a few months ago as far as journaling goes, and especially in the beginning of July. Like, as you can see, you know, nothing to being a lot more into my journaling, which is really, really good. Let's see, for my weeklies, before I let you go, I failed a little bit right here, but we were kind of busy. So yeah, I have yet to get into this, but I do need to mark in that I filmed today. So today is Monday the 2nd, and yeah, I don't know. I think I did pretty decent these last 2 weeks. And of course, I haven't touched my weeklies since July, and even then I really didn't do a whole lot. So I'm getting a lot better, doing a lot better for my journaling in my A5 Common Planner. Yeah, I don't know, I'm still kind of iffy about the weekly plan with me's. I don't know how I feel. Do I get it? Do I not get it? I think I'm probably going to get it. And if I don't use my weeklies like this, then I'm not going to, you know, be mad at myself for it. Maybe, I don't know. Because I'd rather have them if I want to do a weekly than to not have them and not be able to do this weekly spread like this. So I don't know yet, you guys. I'm still very, very iffy. You guys probably won't know what I'm planning on doing until after I've already purchased the planner and you guys get to see me, you know, set it up and get that going. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you stuck around to see the whole thing, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I make an upload. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!